Good afternoon and welcome. Down here in the corner. Now we're up here. Welcome to the 2021-2022 Bishop Fleget Science Fair Awards ceremony / virtual. Yeah. I am your co-host, Mrs. Corcoran.
I'm your other co-host, Mrs. Fonstock.
And we are here to share the good news of our science fair winners. I want to give a shout out to our students who received a good rating on their science fair projects. Sutton Beamer, David Rourke, Noah Flores, Madison Rouleau, Landon Pryor, and Tayson Smart.
Our students who received an excellent rating were Davy Legg, Noah Beck, Aiden Montalvo, Grace Tomlinson, Bella Cantor, Caroline Wetzel, Lyric Graves, Evan Johnson, Frankie Hirsch, Willie Legg, Riley Passerini, Ada Beck, Hallie Woodside, Isaac Rouleau, Amelia Barron, David Lucas, Christian Passerini, Summer Kasalki, Cohen Pryder, Ellie Ward, and then not in this group picture were Katie Henderson, Aubrey Daughters, Mason Jacobson, Leah Jacobson, and Mark Laughlin.
Congratulations. And these are our superiors who will be participating in the District 12 Science Fair at Ohio University in March. We don't know for sure if that's going to be virtual, in person, or hybrid. We're still waiting on more details, but they will be representing us. So let's meet our superiors.
We will start with 8th grader Sam Bird. Sam focused on alternative energy sources. The title of his project was Does Plant Waste or Cow Manure Produce More Energy? So he examined microbial fuel cells and the science behind this biofuel option. He tested the energy production of microbes in both manure and plant waste to determine which form of waste had the greatest potential to produce energy.
Great job, Sam. Isaac Crawford is also an 8th grader at Bishop Fleget, and he examined the effectiveness of commercial seed tape in germination of plants. He found that his homemade seed tape made from toilet paper was much more effective planting method than commercial seed tape or planting loose seeds. He plans to use this information in his family garden this summer.
Another 8th grader, Cooper Stone King, created his own spectrophotometer to measure the amount of dye in sports drinks. He learned a great deal about the use of dyes in these drinks as well as the benefits of those. He found that Gatorade Cool Blue had the highest level of blue dye of the sports drinks he analyzed, contrary to his own hypothesis.
Tim Kessler is also in the 8th grade, and he tested the different types of tape to determine what tape had the strongest adhesive and could hold the most weight for the longest amount of time. He learned a lot about adhesives as well as the companies who lead the market in the duct tape industry.
Next in the 7th grade is Natalie Dudley. Natalie's project, Color Illusions, Your Eyes or Mind, studied the change in eyes when looking at colors in different shades of light. Natalie's experimentation helped determine that there was not a detectable change in the eyes when looking at colors in different levels of light.
Julia Corcoran is in the 6th grade, and Julia studied which type of seeds would emerge faster in her project. She chose this line of research to help her family of farmers determine what kind of seed could produce seedlings first. Spoiler alert, dent corn was the winner. And yes,
there are different types of corn. Learn something new every day. Julia McNeil in the 6th grade got to make and eat cupcakes in her project, which gluten-free flour works best. She looked at color, texture, and the crumminess of these cupcakes when determining that sweet potato flour was the best gluten-free option.
And Mrs. Fonstock, I just think before Julia heads off to District Science Fair, she needs to bring in some of these samples for us to try to make sure that it's a worthy project to
Great
send to
idea.
districts. So
We're always here for taste testing.
Julia, we got your back. We're here for you. Bring them in. We'll let you know what works and what doesn't. Next up is Jonathan Crawford. He is also a 6th grader, and Jonathan studied the effects of heat mats on plant germination. He looked at radish and tomato seeds and determined that the heat mats do in fact aid in germination and growth.
Gabby Maranzana is another 6th grader whose project was what is the best method for berry preservation. Gabby observed berries in different storage containers. Through her experiment, she learned that a plastic sealed container in the refrigerator is the best choice for keeping berries fresh.
And that's good to know because I don't like smushy berries. Henry Bird is a 6th grader, and his project, which salt boils water the fastest, Henry researched 5 different types of salt to determine which would aid in the boiling of water. And while all the times were close, sea salt came out on top. Oops. There you go, Henry.
Dane Barron in the 7th grade also earned a superior. His project focused on the dehydration rate of different types of bread. Dane used 3 different types of bread in 3 different locations and discovered that wheat bread has the highest dehydration rate.
I wonder where he hid those breads or where he kept them.
I wonder if they're still hiding.
Were there some in the shower?
I don't know.
Because that would really affect the dehydration.
Mold
Dane,
might grow.
Inquiring minds want to know. Seventh grader Braden Smith researched and studied the effect of essential oils on her human participants to discover which oil calms you the most. She looked at the participants' heart rate, blood pressure, and body temperature, learning that lavender and a couple other oils calm you, while cedarwood oil has absolutely no calming effect. And again, I would really like to know how mahogany teakwood would do in that study because that's my favorite smell.
It stinks. No one would want to smell it.
I
There's
love it.
no
I
calming.
love it. I love it. And now it's time for our category winners.
So our category winners, I'm going to rearrange here for a minute, will each receive one of these awesome trophies. So these are the same trophies that we've given away in the past. There's one for each category. It's kind of hard to see in here, but we'll make sure each of our category winners gets their trophy tomorrow. Okay, so let's go back over here. Our category winners. For the category of behavioral sciences, Natalie Dudley. Her project was Color Illusions, Your Eyes or Mine. Good job, Natalie. Our next recipient is Dane Barron. So in the category of chemistry food, what is the dehydration rate of different breads? Nice work, Dane. In consumer food, Julia McNeil, which type of gluten-free flour works the best? Good job, Julia. In the regular consumer category, Tim Kessler won, which type of tape is the strongest? Nice job, Tim. Our next recipient for the health category, Braden Smith. Good job, Braden. She won for which essential oils calm you the most? Plant Animal Sciences was Sam Bird with his manure. Does plant waste or cow manure produce more energy? Way to go, Sam. Scientific inquiry. Isabella Cantor. What source of air lasts the longest in a latex balloon? And sports sciences, Cooper Stone King. Which sports drink contains the most blue dye? So great job to all of you category winners. Just to note, category winners are chosen by the highest judges score, which we average. Every science fair project has 2 judges. We average their scores, and that is how we pick our category winners. So the highest score in the category. And then we also have 2 STEM awards for this year. Let me show you the STEM awards. Some of you might have seen this before. It is our spinny medal. Spinny medal. So the STEM awards were based off, Mrs. Corcoran likes to spin the medal. Do it. Our STEM awards were based off judges' recommendations. So we asked a couple judges who had judged a few different projects to go around, and they determined our STEM awards for this year. So our first STEM award, there are 2, go to
Dane Barron. Yay, Dane. The comments from Dane's judges were that they were extremely impressed with the level of thought Dane put into his project, and that Dane went to the furthest extent to control all sources of error.
And Cooper Stone King. Cooper's comments from the judges were that Cooper went above expectations. He showed a complex understanding of his project, and one judge couldn't have asked for a better project from Cooper.
Great job, Coop.
Special thank you to our business partners who helped with our projects and with judging our science fair. They were
Kenworth Truck Company,
Floor BWXT,
Corcoran Farms,
and then members of St. Mary and St. Peter parishes. We also want to give a shout out to our science teachers, Mrs. Harper, Miss Bay, and Mr. Teets.
So that is it for our science fair extravaganza this afternoon. We are very proud of all of you. We want to thank the parents for their support. We want to thank our students for your perseverance, especially with all of the quarantines that you guys have been through and all the different things happening with the pandemic, as well as snow days. So we're really excited to see our superior ratings go on to district science fair, see how they do and how many of those end up at state science day. So we're very, very proud of you. We're proud of all of your hard work, and keep up the good work as we move forward into the second half of the third quarter.
See you tomorrow.